This is the best sports card pack to buy for profit in the hobby. In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you exactly how to do your best with buying sports card packs and ripping them open because, as a lot of us know, it is a gamble and you're going to lose money in the long run. But I'm going to break down exactly how it works and the best ones to buy for profit or trying to make profit. So let's go into it. So for those of you guys that don't know, just the way sports cards works, all these cards that come into existence come from packs and boxes and cases, just like the ones you used to rip open when you were a kid. And these big companies like Panini and Topps and Upper Deck, the way they make money is they have athletes, they sign on contracts, these athletes sign autographs on cards, they get put into packs and boxes. They then get sold and distributed out to places like card shops and Target and Walmart and online and all over the place, and breakers, which I'll go into it a little bit. So I'm going to go over some of the most popular packs and boxes to buy and kind of how they work and the risk levels with each one. So first, I want to go into Bowman Chrome. So the way Bowman Chrome works, there's really two main ones. There's Bowman Chrome Draft and there's Bowman Chrome. So Bowman Draft usually comes out a little bit after the MLB Draft, which is usually in June. And that is only draftees. So most of these guys are American and they were drafted and they played in college. The other one that's a little bit more coveted is Bowman Chrome. Bowman Chrome has some draftees, maybe one or two, usually, sometimes there's none, but a lot of the guys are international prospects. The Bowman Chrome stuff usually gains a little bit more hype than the Bowman Draft stuff just because international prospects, just for whatever reason, gain more hype. I don't know. Maybe those players end up usually playing a little bit better. But the risk levels with both of these, I would consider to be high. They're very expensive. Holding these players long term really don't pan out. However, the upside with this stuff is because it's such a coveted type of product, they sell for astronomical amounts when you rip open these packs and cards. So just to give you an example, if player XYZ is very coveted and you're able to pull his card from a pack, that card might sell for $500 the first week or two once the packs come out. But a few weeks after, a month after, 2 months after, it'll settle down probably at about $200. But it's kind of like high risk, high reward with Bowman Chrome and Bowman Draft just because it's so expensive. So that's how Bowman works. And that's the top baseball product. One of my favorite packs or boxes to rip open that I think has the biggest upside is Top Series 1 and Top Series 2. So Top Series 1 and Top Series 2, for the most part, are lower end, non-autographed baseball. It has a mix of rookies, also a mix of veterans. The great thing about this is there's so many cards in these packs and boxes that could be like $10, $20, but they're actually worth it to send off for grading because you could have a $20 card sell for $150 as a PSA 10. As opposed to Bowman Chrome, that doesn't really happen. The cards are just more expensive, and you'll double to maybe triple your money if the card grades a 10. But there's so many cards in Top Series 1 and 2 where it could be $10, and you may not think of much of it, but a PSA 10 is over at 100, and that makes it worth it to send the card off for grading. And also paired with the veterans, there's so many cards of Bobby Witt and Shohei Ohtani and Paul Skeens and Aaron Judge, veterans that have been in the league for years, even though it's not their rookie, still sells for really good money, as opposed to Bowman Chrome and Bowman Draft. A veteran Aaron Judge card in that product really doesn't do as well. Why? I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make is I believe, I don't have math to back this up, but just based on my experience, I believe it's a much better bang for your buck buying Top Series 1 and Top Series 2. And it's honestly one of the best products to buy just in general. So let's shift into basketball a little bit. So Prism basketball and Prism football, for that matter, it's kind of like medium risk, medium reward, because just like I kind of talked about with Top Series 1 and Top Series 2, there's so many cards that are $10, $20 you could pull where when you get it graded, it's worth much more money, which is great. The downside is the veterans in Prism don't really do as well. Some do, but most don't. The veterans in Top Series 1 and Top Series 2, just for the most part, do very well. And also, Prism could be very expensive. So it's great because you could pull a $10 card and make your money back on the whole pack if you send off the card for grading. But the downside is it is kind of expensive. So I like to kind of mess around with Prism a little bit if I have some extra money and I'm looking to buy packs and boxes, but I would actually prefer Top Series 1 and Top Series 2. The more I see people rip open packs and boxes, just kind of my general opinion. So moving into Donruss Optic, this is not something I would prefer to buy. It's low risk, low reward. It has decent rookies, but it's hard to find cards to grade because these $10, $20, $30 cards you pull from these packs and boxes, for the most part with Donruss Optic, don't do as well as a PSA 10. And because this isn't like a coveted product as opposed to like Prism, which is very coveted, it actually goes down as you get closer to the season because people are putting their focus elsewhere in like the more premium products. So if you have some extra cash, sure, do it. But I would actually much rather buy Prism than put my money into Donruss Optic if I was looking to rip open packs and boxes. Moving in to contenders football, I wouldn't, to be honest. It's high risk, medium reward, in my opinion. Contenders, from what I've seen, has fallen off a bit. So when I first got into sports cards in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, really up until like Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert's rookie year, which is 2020, Contenders was like the football product, like the football product. It's not even close. And now it's not really that case anymore, but it's still expensive. So it's like expensive for like medium reward. So it's probably not something I would buy, especially the retail packs and boxes of Contenders. I wouldn't do it. I don't think it's a good investment at all. Really, none of this stuff is a good investment, to be honest. You should be buying singles and making money that way. But that's my opinion on Contenders. And then you have Immaculate and National Treasures. I'll pair these together. This is very high risk, very high reward. This is going to cost you thousands of dollars, and you only get a few cards. I don't have math to back this up, but I wouldn't. Like, if I had $5,000 to spend on packs of cards, I'd probably rather put that $5,000 in the Top Series 1 or Top Series 2 and or Prism rather than the very high-end Immaculate, National Treasures, flawless stuff, because they put so many cards in these high-end products, like a veteran, autograph, Allen Iverson, which is sick, but it doesn't net you near what you need to get the worth of the box or pack back. You really need to hit the rookies. And that's really the only way to do it. Like, rookie autographs is the only way you're going to make your money back from that stuff. And then also the upside beyond getting the card, these cards don't really grade well because Immaculate and Flawless National Treasures, the reason these cards are so expensive is because they have a lot of times, these thick like patches in them. And because the card is thicker, it gets damaged easier, right? If a corner is thicker and it's in a pack or a box and it moves around a little bit, the corner is just going to get dinged easier. So these cards are very, very hard to grade. It's almost never worth it. So that's kind of the lay of the land and the breakdown of packs and boxes. The math will never work out in your favor ever. If you just think about it logically, like take a company like Topps, right? They spend hundreds of millions of dollars a year on contracts with athletes for them to sign and for their having the rights to their cards and the rights to, MLB's cards. And they need to turn these cards over, put them in these packs or boxes and make a profit. So in the long run, unless you're a lucky son of a gun, it will almost never work out in your favor. Think about it like this. If you guys know what a repack product is, which is not a product made by any of these companies like Topps or Panini, but it's someone like myself who might go and buy 100 cards. And let's say I bought 100 cards and I spent $10,000 on all the cards and I put them into a bunch of different boxes and packs. And I end up selling all these cards for all these packs and boxes for $15,000. So I was able to make $5,000 on the 10 grand I invested into all these cards. And I kind of disguised what they're worth through putting them in different packs and boxes. You will never make money as a consumer of that because the person selling it to you must make money on the cards that they have out there, right? So it's just a bad math game. To take it a step further, breaking is kind of worse. If you don't know what breaking is, what someone will do is they'll buy a $5,000 box of Immaculate, let's say, and they'll chop it up into 10 spots. Each person will pay $500 a spot. The cards you'll get are random. And the thing people don't realize is even though this case is $5,000, the person who has it must make money on it. So they're going to charge maybe $600 a spot, 10 spots, $600 a spot. So the dealer or the vendor or the person who's distributing it is getting $6,000 in their pocket. Me as the consumer, it looks like I'm not spending that much money because I'm only giving up $600, but the expected value, or in the long run, I am paying $6,000 for that case. So, general consensus: don't buy, don't rip open packs and boxes. The only way I would say to do it is maybe if you're really early on in the beginning and you just want to kind of mess around with cards and maybe pull a few cards and sell them for $10 or $20 to see what they're worth, just to actually see with your own hands that, wow, like people are actually buying and sell sports cards, then do it. But just know it's kind of like buying a ticket to a sports event. Expect to lose money. You will lose money, and just consider it fun and do it with some extra money or maybe the profits from buying and selling sports cards. But hopefully this video helps you out just a little bit. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you folks in the next one. Well, cool. Let's get into the callers. Let me open up the... Thank you. Thank you very much. So the phone number is at the bottom. We have the nice handy dandy phone here that I'll be handling because the new content studio doesn't let other people handle it. Let's see. I'll answer some questions in the chat. I'm sure there's a bunch of questions. Let me get this situated with the... Why is the phone number at the bottom weird? I'm not exactly sure. It's not in blue like it should be. Hold on. I'm just trying to fix it because it's going to bother me. But I don't think I know how. So it's okay. Actually, it's not okay. But... we're getting there. Oh, we're getting there. There we go. Now that makes me feel better. Cool. You guys could begin calling into the phone number. Oh, we got our first caller. You have Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric. What's up? It's Eric from Philly. How you doing?
Eric from Philly. What's up, man?
Not too much. Few questions for you. So there's
Yeah.
the Philly card show coming up
Yep.
this weekend.
Okay.
And I'm just this is my first year in sports cards. So I went to the September show and sort of you said to just sell off everything before the season.
Yep.
So now we're getting towards that playoff I'm just wondering which cards should I just same mantra just sell off right now I bought I have uptowns of all the kind of playoff quarterbacks, but obviously some of them aren't gonna I want to know who you're sort of high on. Should I sell all my Bo Nix now? Should I hold and wait for maybe a deep playoff run? Which cards would you sell? If you had, for example, Caleb Williams, Josh Allen, Bo Nix, Drake May, CJ Stroud, Kaboom, Patrick Mahomes, Uptowns. Would you just sell all that now or before the show, at the show?
Yeah. So you got to remember you're talking to somebody that I will never guess if a player is going to play well or not, ever, because it usually doesn't work out. Because what I could tell you, I don't know who's going to be worth more or less in the next 6 weeks or 8 weeks. I have no clue, just like you have no clue. But what I could tell you for almost a fact is in February or March, the cards you're talking about, most of them will be worth less than they are today. So if I could make that statement, then I would say sell it all. I would say sell it all and buy what's cheap now, which is baseball. So
Yeah. No, I'm after this weekend, I'm gonna start doing all the baseball stuff. But this is kind of because the next show is not till March, so that's when I'm gonna kind of focus on selling basketball and baseball. You wouldn't sell any basketball at this point, right? Kind of wait.
I would still sell the basketball too, because I could make the same statement as well, right after the basketball season in June.
What I was going to ask you is, so I had a question about Drake, so you see the Drake May, because he's going to be possible MVP. His cards are fucking they're going through the roof. Is that because he's a rookie? That's up for the MVP. Is that why? Is this normal for MVP frontrunners for their cards? No matter what sport, it'll go up as the MVP time gets closer.
No, it's not normal. So if Patrick Mahomes was playing this well, his cards would go up 10%, maybe 20%. I don't know. But Drake May, think of him like a young company. He's very volatile. So if, since he's playing so well and nobody expected him to play this well, his cards shot up, right? But, God forbid he breaks an ankle, his cards will shoot way down. But if Patrick Mahomes breaks an ankle, they're not going to go down really that much. So he's just way more volatile because he's younger. And people think that they're getting in, before he's the next Mahomes, because that's what everybody wants is the next Patrick Mahomes. But
Okay.
it's
So
just
like after, sorry. So before I forget, so let's just say assume he wins MVP, and then we come, March, April, May. Are his cards still going to be at that like high price level, or can I just sell them and then maybe buy when they go back down? Like, or you see what I'm saying? Like, will they
it's a
go?
good
Will they
question.
kind of come back?
It just depends. If he balls out in the playoffs and they lose in the conference championship, they probably won't go down. But if he ends the season like Sam Darnold did last year, kind of chokes and has a shitty playoff game, you'll see them go down a lot. He's a really good. He's a really good player, so I don't imagine him doing anything bad. I imagine them probably being worth a little bit less. But the way to make money, like, is buying something. You've heard me say this 1,000 times, is buying when no one else sees it as an opportunity. So, even if Drake May doesn't play well, everyone's still going to be on him because everyone can realize he's good. So ask yourself, what could I buy in February or March of football where nobody's on? Who is nobody on? Well, no, I can tell you nobody will be on JJ McCarthy. I'm not saying to buy him, but
Yeah,
or like
and like Tyler Shuck, I think I'm buying some of his stuff.
Yeah, so I would much rather buy Michael Penix if I know he's going to start for the Falcons, which I imagine he will this upcoming year. I would much rather have Michael Penix in March rather than Drake May. He's obviously not a better player, but the upside is so much higher. He could go up so much more.
I mean, his cards are so low right now. Like, I have a bunch of them. I was like, this is not even worth selling at the show. Like, I might as well just wait till next season. Maybe these will, these will go up. It's like getting like $30 for a fucking laser. Like,
actually, I would this is not what you want to hear, but I'd probably sell him now because they're probably going to be worth less in February, March because people are going to kind of forget about him, right? Because he's he's hurt. Falcons kind of stink. That cost me a bunch of money yesterday. I thought they would cover against the Seahawks, and they didn't. But yeah, so JJ McCarthy Silver Prism. I mean, it's kind of ballsy because if he doesn't start for them next year and they draft someone or pick someone up, his value won't go back up. But I love it. It's at 170, 160, 180. Before the season, it was 600, which is crazy.
Yeah. So, I'm also kind of trying to do what you're doing a little bit, where you're buying cards graded already and hoping to make, 20, 25% when you sell it?
Yeah. After all fees, yeah. It's a good number to make.
Yeah. Let me think. There was one other, yours. I was just listening to your thing about the breaking, man. Whoever's listening, don't buy into breaks. It's such a losing proposition. You get fucked so bad. These guys make so much money, and then you put $800 and you could get nothing.
Yeah, it's I'll always, for the rest of my life, I'll always think it's funny because you probably see comments out there Eric's a scam, what he's selling doesn't work. But in the meantime, you have these breaking companies that advertise all over the place, and you are literally mathematically guaranteed to lose money. It is a casino, right? You are mathematically guaranteed to lose.
They win every time, and what they sell off in those repacks are the guys that are not even they're fucking hurt or something. I got into a break, and I remember the cards I won, they were all the guys were injured or they weren't playing well, or it's not you weren't getting these good cards, so they're probably doubling their money on a PSA 9 or tripling, which is insane. It's such a for them. It's how do you get into this? How I want to get into they break all day and night, and just they make so I saw I could see the address of where the guy sent me the cards from. He lives close by, and dude, this guy he's living in this real big mansion. And it's bro. How do I is it? Do you know how people get into that? Do you just have to have a good following?
Are you talking about repacks or breakers?
Breaking and or repacks,
so it's all it is. It's marketing. Yes, so you need a following, right? Because anyone can make a repack, right? I could go, I'll never do it because I don't believe in promoting people to gamble, even though I like to gamble myself, but I'll never
Yeah.
promote people to gamble. But yeah, you need a following. So like basically the way and it's genius marketing. I'm not saying it's right, but it's
Oh,
genius
it's so
marketing
good.
because what they do is right. You could have a repack, and this is not a regulated market. So you could spend $10,000 on cards and say, oh, there's this $7,000 freaking
Yeah.
Barry Bonds PSA 10 card in there, which there is, but the rest of the cards are worth shit, and they sell all the packs for 30 grand, right? Just using this one Barry Bonds card as the hook. And then when someone does pull that Barry Bonds card, they then post it saying, "Oh, look at my $300 pack that somebody bought." This guy
Right.
pulled a set. So they're using the one winner. It's almost like the lottery,
It's like
right?
a slot machine. It's like a slot machine, bro. It's like you go into the room and you're literally like it's like putting money into a fucking slot
Yeah.
machine.
Yes. And right, what does a casino do? They market the one winner, but they don't market the other 99 people that lost thousands of dollars. But the key why they keep getting people to come back. So, like, for example, with what I do, if somebody paid me money to learn how to make money with sports cards and they sucked and my shit didn't work, they would never pay me again, right? Obviously. But the key with this is gambling is a disease and it's addictive. So people keep coming
Yeah.
back, right? So it's
Right.
it's a genius in terms of making money. It is a genius business strategy, but it's fucked
It's
up
so
because
good.
you're not actually helping people, right? People are just losing money. But yeah, you need a following. Yeah, you need a following. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just thinking. I'm seeing these people in the rooms and they're like, "Oh, I bought like 5 spots, so like I have to get something." It's like, bro, just buy the fucking card.
yeah, yeah. So
Like,
so what I'll leave you off with, if that's something you want to get into, right? So like, there's a lot of breakers, right? There's a lot of breakers and repacks. So I want you to think of it like this. You need something. So in the world of business, we call it a USP, a unique selling proposition. So you need something unique about what you do, just a little bit, just a slightly different angle, and then people will become
yeah,
very interested in you. So just to give you an example of this, something that's very saturated is weight loss, right? How many weight loss companies are there? A billion, right? But over time, so like 100 years ago, people used to like a weight loss company would just say, "Hey, you want to lose weight? Come and lose weight." But now it's become so saturated, everyone needs this what's called a unique selling proposition. So nowadays, the market's gotten more advanced, more advanced, more advanced, where it's gotten to the point where, hey, this 7-step fancy keto diet and doing ab workouts in the morning and red light, this, that will help you lose weight. So it's gotten more advanced as time goes on, the weight loss industry. Sports cards is not nearly that like advanced with marketing, but you just need a slightly unique way of selling your repack product. It's the same shit as everyone else, but just something
yeah.
unique.
It's literally like I kind of noticed that too. Like, what's this guy doing differently? Why? Like, and you're right. It's just pure marketing. They
Yeah,
might have
yeah.
a little catchphrase like, "Oh, not like this." "Oh, guys, not like." They have some stupid catchphrase or like the personality, I think, of the breaker. They can't just be like, "All right, guys, here's a spot for $100. Take it." Like, like
Yep.
you have to be like I guess like a sales, real like a real good like salesperson.
Yeah,
Just
and consistently posting content and also consistently, you know, posting the wins, posting the big stuff people pull, because that's what gets a lot of views. I could tell you the big cards I buy on my Instagram. When I buy a $10,000 Babe Ruth card, right, the reel gets 50,000 views. So you have to be consistent posting content. You might want to run at this is a whole a whole different strategy, but like you're
yeah.
basically starting a business, right? So like you need marketing and you need to be able to sell to people, and then you need the product. So it's a lot. But yes, you need a following.
Okay, yeah, and then sorry, my last thing.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like sports. I'm trying to like diversify, I guess, a little bit. So like I'm going into so I'm trying to do a little bit of vintage stuff, like because you don't know how those things grade, which I think makes it more.
Yeah.
When you're getting a card, like that guy has, unless he cracked it already, that guy doesn't know if it's going to be a 3, 4, 5, or 6, or 1. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm trying to do a little bit more of that. Um, and what I want to ask you, there was one last question. It was, so I called maybe a few months ago, and you were telling me like this Pokemon shit like is so big, but like I said, I can't get, my friend actually tried explaining it to me because I'm asking like, well, what makes a card valuable? Like, do they have special powers? Like, and he's like, no, it's not really that. And I don't
It's
know, it's just complicated.
it's like it's the artist. So
he said it's the imagery. It's like full art because
yeah,
it's
and
based about the like.
and for that reason, obviously I'm biased. I think sports cards are a much better long-term investment. If you just tell me this picture looks cool, so this card's worth a lot of money, well, how does that differ than an NFT? That's all an NFT was, and NFTs obviously because there was nothing tangible about it. Even though I know there's an actual card here, but just because people like the way a fucking monkey looked, the thing,
I guess it's sort of like buying a painting, like it was Van Gogh, or it was something like, oh, this is worth a lot. This painting, which some people like, which could be $20 to make. Like, I think that's a great painting. You know what I mean? Like, what makes this one more valuable? It's like in the
yeah.
I guess the eye of the beholder.
So there are okay. So I'm no expert with Pokemon, but I know. Okay, so like if someone tells me this card is valuable because the image looks cool, I don't think there's any long term merit to it. But I do know some cards are valuable because they're actually valuable in the game. So the game of playing Pokemon, dude, this is a huge industry. The people you go in millions of dollars. There's these huge game. I have no idea how to play the game, but huge. And what I've learned is that in a Pokemon tournament, you have to use the same deck. You get like 60 cards, I believe. And sometimes someone will win a big tournament in like Japan and he'll have this like fancy card in there that's like worth like $6 on eBay, but the card helped them win the tournament, and now more people want that card, so it drives up the demand of it. That there's some merit to it because there's money backing it in these tournaments. So yes, that's my
I was trying
short.
to explain to my friend, I was like, I don't know what drives the market of these cards and what makes it good or bad. Because I'm like, well, in sports, a player plays good, or if it's serial numbered card, and I'm like, are there serial number card? He's like, no, there's no serial numbers. I'm like, okay, was there something on the card that indicates if it's like fucking good or not?
Yeah, bro, you're preaching to the choir. I don't know. I don't know.
But you did say something. So you gave me instructions last time. I never followed. There's something about white flare. You said go buy this card for like $300 or something. You said, do you remember or do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
You said go to TCGplayer.com.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll share my screen. Yeah, the best way to do Pokemon, and be careful because the market's on its way down right now, is if you go to tcgplayer.com and then you go to Pokemon in the top and then click on a set like White Flare. Click shop the set. And if you go to high to low, this will give you all the expensive Pokemon cards in this set. So like Victini is a good one. And if you look Mr. Victini up, Victini. This card, you can see it's been going down recently, so I'd be careful. But yeah, so this is I probably wouldn't buy it because it's going down. But
yeah, see, I just like I don't like why is it going like well, you don't know why is this going down?
Well, I could tell you because the whole Pokemon market exploded. So what goes up must come down. So that's why. Anything that goes up must come down. But yeah, to be honest, I would just steer clear of Pokemon for the time being. Not that you can't make money, but
yeah, I literally just like if I'm getting my cards back from grading, like when I'm in because I go through Wheelhouse, and so like when I'm in, getting my cards back, I might like grab like one like what do you call it? I don't know, a little cardboard, like a 10 card pack, for like $6 or something.
Yeah.
Like, and then like a magic, like I think I was at the Walmart and I was like, oh, here's this magic box. It was like $50. I was like, well, I heard you can get some good stuff in here. Maybe I don't know. It's like going to a slot machine. If you buy a box, and that's kind of like what I sometimes do. When it comes to like buying a box or whatever.
Yep.
So,
but I gotta let you go, man. I got some other callers.
No worries. So, just sell everything at the show. Then don't risk like the wait for it to try to go up a little bit more.
Yep.
Just
sell. That's what I would do if I was in your shoes.
All right, man.
All right.
You have a good day.
You too. Bye bye. All right, we got some callers in here. Let's see who I didn't call. From Maryland. Calling you back.
Hey, Eric. How you doing?
Hey, what's up? You got Eric. You're live.
Good morning. It's Tom.
What's up, Tom?
Quick call for you. pulled a Judkins Color Blast.
Okay.
Most recent sales around 500.
Yep.
That's the only sale, and there's nothing graded sold that I can find. Do I unload it now, or do I send it off to get graded? It's perfect, in my opinion.
Okay, it's perfect. So let's see. I see the last Color Blast did. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong card. It's just him on the card.
Yeah, it's the exact same card as the one on Market Movers. Like one sale for 5 and some change or whatever.
Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Is it the Phoenix? Oh, the Phoenix Color Blast. I see.
Yes, sir.
I see. Okay, so yeah. So there's a sale of 520, 510, 530, and
there's 3 of them now. Okay.
yeah, there's a few sales around 500. So when did this card come out? Do you know?
I think it was released in November. The set late November.
Okay, so it's pretty recent.
10th.
It's pretty.
November 10th. I think.
Okay, so it's pretty recent. All right, so I would. This is kind of ballsy. I would send that card in and use either the $75 or the $150 service with PSA to get it back ASAP.
Yep.
And then also, I fucked up. I didn't do this, but when you send the card to PSA, put the label, like that barcode label, on the outside of the package, because I believe when
which barcode?
So you get like there's like this strip you're supposed to put on the package. You'll see it when you send the card to PSA in the instructions. But
believe it or not, I haven't sent anything to PSA in my life. I'm older. I used to do Beckett. So this will be the first time I'm submitting to PSA.
So when you submit a card to PSA, they're going to say, hey, print out this piece of paper and put it in the box.
Okay.
They're also going to ask you to put this barcode on the outside of the package. Make sure that barcode's on the outside of the package, because right now at PSA, there is a big delay with the mail. So people are sending cards. It's fucked up, actually. People send a card to PSA, and they're backed up, so the card stays in their mailroom for a month. And then the countdown starts on their website, if they tell you it's 30 days or 20 days or whatever it is. So, but more expensive cards, they can read the barcode, and they will take those out of the mailroom a lot faster.
Okay.
So put the barcode, because I have an $8,000 card at PSA that I forgot to put the barcode on the outside, and it's been in the mailroom for over a month. So maybe they've taken it out of the mailroom. Let's see. But
how much do you think you've lost on that just because of the delay?
Oh, nothing. It's Jaden Daniels, but I bought him when his value was down, so it's probably the same. I don't think I lost anything. But
what do you mean when it was down?
Like
it's not continuing to go down. It doesn't look good.
Let's see. I could be wrong, but let's see. I think his value is it kind of shot down. It's been around the same for the past month.
Yeah, what I'm seeing up there in Washington does not look good, man.
Yeah, it's probably down like 10% actually since I sent it in. So
I still can't believe he's holding that much value based on what they've done this year. I mean, I know last year was incredible, but how is that not an anomaly? You know what I mean? Like, do you ever see that coming back?
Yeah. Actually, I could if he starts to play really well next year. I think people could still see he's a really good player. Their team's not that good.
He's just so thin. I feel like he's just too fragile or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just PTSD from RG3, but
yeah,
I'm from that area.
Yeah, it could be. I could see it. Like, I still think he's a really good player. Just bad season. Their team's not that good. They got kind of lucky last year. They surprised a bunch of people, but yeah. So I probably lost about 10%. But
in retro, I mean, they will have a soft schedule next year, or softer. So maybe
like Jaden Daniels is someone I'll be buying the shit out of in like February, March, and maybe January.
Okay,
for sure.
I have a lot of his stuff, and I have no idea what to do. I'm not selling it, but it's a PC thing. But one day I might. But yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that. So. All right, so ship it in. That was my feeling too. Is to ship it in fast.
Yep.
Pay the extra.
That's what I would do.
What do you think something like that would pull as a 10?
If you're the first sale, like 13 to 1500, if I had to take a guess.
Really? And now for 500, with no questions asked, raw. Do you think it's really worth sending it in then?
Yeah, because if you're saying it's in good condition, there's probably a 60 to 70% chance it gets a 10. And if it does,
cards grade good too. They're real easy to grade.
Yeah, they are easy to grade. And then also just think about the math, right? Let's say there's a 50% chance of it to get a 10. And if you send it in and it doesn't get a 10, you'll probably lose like $200. And if it does get a 10, you'll make like, I don't know, 6, 7, 800. Don't you want to play that game?
I do want to play that game.
Yeah.
Now that I've talked to you.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I would send it in.
All right. I'm glad I didn't auction it off over the weekend. That's why I held on to it. Cool. Awesome. Well, I appreciate your help, man. Love what you're doing. Keep up the good work. Awesome new studio. Like your new digs. And we'll be back soon.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, let me know how it goes. If it gets a PSA 7, I didn't tell you to send it in for grading.
Good one.
Have a good one, man.
Sounds good, Eric. Thanks.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, first PSA 10 sales are always good. Calling you back. Don't worry. Oh, call failed. Let's try again.
This is Thomas.
What's up, Thomas? You got Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric. Yeah, appreciate you taking my phone call.
Yeah, man, I got you. How can I help?
Yeah, quick question. This is more of a curiosity question.
Okay.
I started getting into cards in August, so I'm still learning the ropes. And baseball has always been my favorite sport, so I'm starting there before I expand out.
Yep.
And I understand from just listening to your show previously that this is a great time to start buying before flipping those cards in maybe February, March time.
Yep.
And I was just curious because I know a lot of these prospects. Like I was collecting Justinson Garcia from the Red Sox because he's one of their top prospects. I was thinking about flipping him.
Okay.
But I understand that since he just got traded to the Pirates, there's not as many Pirates fans as Red Sox fans. So I'm guessing the demand will shrink. Is that something you've noticed in the past, or you think his value is going to be the same? Should I just get rid of him now? Or?
Wait. So he moved from, say it one more time. He moved.
Yeah, he got traded from Boston. I know there's a huge Red Sox fan base. He left Boston for Pittsburgh, the Pirates.
Okay, yeah. So gotcha. So his value will instantly go down because of that.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure if I should just get rid of it now or just still wait for.
It just what card is it? Or
It's I have a couple of him. His name is spelled funky. His name is Justinson Garcia, but it's spelled.
Okay.
I can look at it. Yeah, his first name is spelled JHOSTYNXON, and then Garcia.
Josted. Let's see. Let me see.
His nickname is the password for obvious reasons.
That's a great nickname. The password.
So yeah, I bought a few of his base Bowman First autos.
Okay.
But since it's of course since it's him in a Red Sox uniform and now he's on Pittsburgh, I wasn't sure if that's going to affect anything.
Let's see. Let me see. So when he got traded, when did he get traded?
It was just last Thursday, so a few days ago.
Let's see. Let's see if it's affected his value. Well, there hasn't been a sale since, so we'll see. It doesn't look like it's affected it so far, but I would, yeah, it'll probably go down just because he got traded. But is the card gradable?
I haven't even looked at it that closely yet, to be honest.
Yeah, and also he's probably younger because his Bowman Chrome just came out. I'd be aiming to buy guys that have a high chance of getting called up this year, because those guys are going to generate a lot of hype.
Yeah, I've heard you say that before. This guy actually made his major league debut last year for Boston. Now he's on Pittsburgh, which is a much less talented team. You should make their opening day roster.
Yeah, so you're right, but I'd probably avoid that as well. Because you want to try to buy guys that haven't played yet in the majors, and there's a high chance they're going to get called up for the first time this upcoming spring. Those guys usually tend to do very well.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I appreciate the information. That's very helpful.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let me know how it goes.
I appreciate it. Yeah, you have a good rest of your day.
All right, you too. Bye bye.
Thanks, bye.
Is the queue open? The queue is open. We are open for business. We'll take a few more callers. We're 42 minutes in. I see some questions in the chat. I'll answer them, but I do have to stop once I see a caller come in. I like the new setup. Thank you very much. Let's see. If a card doesn't sell, how long would you wait before deciding to auction it off? 2 weeks before the season starts is usually what I would do. And if you're really having that much trouble selling the card, you're probably just buying stuff nobody wants. So hopefully that helps. Watching from Las Vegas. Thank you. You're in a good town. I like Las Vegas. I always tend to lose a lot of money there. All right. Oop. Oh, I think I just hung up on you on accident. I'm calling you back. Don't worry.
Lou.
Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Hey, what's up, Eric? How you doing? This is John.
What's up, John?
Hey, what's going on?
It says your area code's from Maryland, but it sounds like you have a New Jersey, New York accent. How does that work?
Yeah, I got a little of the Balmorese, as they call it.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I used to listen to I used to I'd leave messages on my home phone back in the day, and I'd go home and listen back. I was like, wow, I got a thick drawl.
Yeah, you do. I can't tell. Actually, now that I'm hearing it, I can't really tell where it's from.
Yeah, no, I'm from Baltimore.
Gotcha.
But hey, I like the new backdrop, man. That's pretty cool.
Appreciate it, man. How can I be of service?
Yeah, real quick. I just got back into the card game, 2024, I guess.
Yep.
Started ripping, learned my lesson on all that. Got away from ripping, and I found your show, and that I was just curious. You mentioned short sales where you just buy the already graded card.
Yep.
I was wondering, is it like I'm trying to save up? I'm trying to get budget like some money for this game, like collecting, flipping, and all that. I'm trying. My goal is to get up, around $3,000, like you mentioned.
Yep.
And I was wondering, is there any reason not to just jump right into the short sale game? Like the profit margin, is it like the quality over quantity as far as like profit margins go, or should you still like pull from all the raw stuff and have it graded?
Yeah. So you're I call it short-term investing, where you buy a card.
Yeah, short-term investing. Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's just more money in grading cards. So like, think about it. You could take $3,000 and go buy a bunch of graded cards, and now you're gonna do nothing for a few months because you have no more money. And if you're good, you'll make 30%, 40. Even if you make 40%, that means that $3,000 turned into like 4,300 or whatever that is, which is great. Or you could buy cards graded, and you could buy, right now it's probably going to take you 2 to 3 months to get cards back from PSA. Let's say you buy 5 cards a week, each one's $100, and you're spending basically $2,000 a month. Maybe get a little bit more money, so you could keep buying, and you could turn that $3,000. If you're getting 110, will double to triple your money. So you should be able to double that money in the same time frame.
Yeah.
If you're grading correctly. So you're just costing yourself money because it's a better opportunity to grade. The downside is, it takes a little bit more time to find the raw graded stuff. There is a learning curve, right? Because it's a skill, knowing what card's the grade, what card's not the grade. But you're getting into the game of business, and you could either A, figure it out yourself. B, you could pay us to join our coaching program. I wouldn't do that unless you have a few thousand. But yeah, so like, that's why it's.
Yeah, I was thinking about checking out your program. Like I said, I got a little ways to go before I can get up to. I got 2 kids in private school, just bought a house. So I don't have a whole lot of fun money to throw around right now, but I'm just kind of like getting the trajectory going, and
Yep. I mean, if you have kids in private school, you could. There's people probably with far less money that have been very successful in the program, but Yeah. Just to be straightforward, like you need at least like $2,000 in credit or cash to start buying and selling cards. If you don't have that, I wouldn't book a call.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's kind of my angle was to get a little money saved up and then maybe start the program. But it's gonna take a few months for me right now. But yeah, I mean, so you would recommend just grading, pulling raw cards and upgraded.
Yeah. Okay. So the natural progression is like do that, get to making a few thousand a month. And then once you have like a bankroll of like maybe 20, 30 grand to spend on cards, it's hard to spend that much money on buying stuff to grade. So then you start to put the extra money into the graded stuff. That's kind of the way I teach it, or the way I'd recommend doing it.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not a numbers guy. Like, I have to really I gotta get out pen and paper and like really map it all out. Like, come natural. So I was just wondering if if there's any truth to that, just jumping into the short term game. But I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying now.
Both work, but one works better with less money.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, cool.
Sweet. Any other questions I can answer?
I'm sure. I'm driving to work now, so I just was like, oh, he's live. I'll give him a quick call.
Cool.
That's all I got for now. But I'll probably call back. I got questions. So.
Sweet. Yeah, bring them to me. I'll talk to you next time.
All right, man.
All right.
I really appreciate it. All right. Thanks for all.
Oh, hung up on accident. Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric. This is Alex in Texas, South Texas.
You said it's Howie? Alex. Oh, wow. I was way wrong. Alex, what's up, man?
No, not much. I have just one question. It's about that PSA controversy that's going on right now with those grade changes on the buyback program that they have going on. What do you think about that? What do you say on that?
Wait, are you referring to? I'm not totally up to date. PSA is buying their own cards and sending them in for grading, and the grades are changing.
So there's a couple of videos that I saw that this guy sent in, I don't know, like 30 cards, and most of them came back 9s. And PSA made him an offer of like $35 to buy them back. So he went ahead and did it, but he went back and looked at the numbers, the certification numbers on them.
Yep.
They changed the 9 to a 10 and 10. PSA did. Once he did the buyback, he got his cash. They changed the numbers to 10s. And PSA came out saying, "Oh, we when we got the cards back, there was some that we went in and regraded."
Well, yeah, that is very sketchy. But I don't know. It's like a double-edged sword. So yes, that is super sketchy. But at the same time, you got to realize, man, PSA, right? They're not playing the card game. They're playing the game of like big business. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. So they don't give a shit about making a few $100s on a card. They would never do that to possibly ruin their reputation. And the people that run PSA are obviously very smart. They can run a multi-billion-dollar company. So yeah, that is super sketchy. Maybe it was someone at PSA, like a manager or something, that would like maybe a few $100s would matter to them. But like the owner of PSA, I mean, dude, he's raking in billions. So yeah, that'd be my thought process. Probably someone at PSA. I mean, there's all sorts of sketchy shit that goes on, man.
With all the companies.
Oh yeah, I mean, just in any business, in any unregulated business, especially, you got to remember, sports cards is the freaking Wild West. There's no regulation. That's why people are selling repacks for like quadruple what they're into them for, and it's crazy, which is great because you can make a lot of money. But at the same time, with unregulation, you get a lot of people that are greedy and want to make a quick buck. So it's just give and take. It's just part of the game, man. There's a lot of greed balls.
Yeah. No, that's why I was like, well, I wonder if it's gonna affect them. I'm sure it's not. People are still gonna TSA's still gonna be up top on
Yeah.
coming to grading. But yeah, that's all I had. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. I know it just came out a couple of days ago I saw a couple of videos of people talking about it, so I wanted to get on my mind. I was like, let me see what Eric thinks about that.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be my opinion.
All right, Eric, have a good day.
You too, man. Bye-bye.
All right.
The queue is Open. It is open for business. How about Topps Basketball ripping cards now that they're licensed? Yeah, it's pretty cool that they're licensed. Any plans to come to Atlanta Collecticon in February? Probably not. Maybe it's usually on a week-to-week basis, but for me, best online platform to sell cards, building. So this is a good question. The best place to buy or sell cards rather would be building connections because all the platforms have fees. So social media, Facebook groups specifically, is my favorite place to sell cards because you're able to build connections, and when you sell to someone, there's no fees, or maybe they pay you through PayPal and the fees are 2.9% rather than 13% through eBay. But it takes some time building the connections, right? Let's see here. Let's see. Too much background noise to call in, but the lengthy question. Bowman Chrome U, Scataboo, PSA 10. How would you price it? Bowman Chrome U. Let's look. How would we price? I have to cut this off, by the way, if a caller comes in, but I'll try to help you. Let's see. Bowman Chrome Scat. How do I spell Scataboo? Scataboo Auto. I'll assume it's this one. And last PSA 10 did kind of high. It's probably not even worth this 350, but I'd price it at 350 and see if you can get it. That's what I would do. I don't think it'd be worth more than that. The only thing we should be buying right now is baseball. Thanks, Eric. You're welcome. By the way, guys, the queue's open. I'll take one more caller. It's 813-618-2075. Also, I saw your last video. Did you get bigger? Good shit, man. I don't know if I got bigger. Well, I do gain a few pounds during the holidays because I usually eat extremely healthy all year, and then during the holidays I kind of let loose. So I probably gained a few pounds, but I like that one. I like you, Barnard. Thank you. That makes me feel good about myself. That's a nice little confidence boost. Thank you for that. Oh yeah, with the same serial number. Yeah, that is pretty sketchy. But why don't we change this up a little bit? And why don't I look at some cards live to end this bad boy? Let's look at some cards live. If you guys want to see me buy cards in real live time, do me a favor, put a 1 in the chat just so I make sure I know you guys want to see that. I don't want to do something you guys don't want to see. Throw a 1 in the chat if you guys want to see me share my screen, buy some cards live. Let me know. Let me know. But in the meantime, I'll show you guys this. This is pretty sick. Let me just make sure my address isn't on this. We don't need that, right? Hey, check this out. This is pretty sick. This is what I purchased yesterday at Robert Edwards Auctions. Wow, this ended up selling for crazy money. Let's put this in. Check this out. My winning bids yesterday in Robert Edwards Auctions. These were some of the cards I bought. These are some big boys. The Cy Young PSA 8. This is pretty sick. I'll tell you why. I think this sold for the same as the other one. So T206 Cy Young PSA 8. Yeah, so one sold for 96,000, and the vintage market's up a lot. And I was able to get the same card for 98,000, so made sense to me. This is another big one. I kind of paid this card's interesting. So like these cards do vary in sales based on just based on how they look. The PSA 7 isn't equal for everything. But you can see, look at this one. So 96,000, 150, 84, 78, 85, 85. I got in this card at 86,000. The last sales are 96 and 150. It's not bad. Once again, I'm holding this stuff long term, so it's not like I'm looking to flip it, but just looking to get in. This card's super rare. Look how expensive this card is as a PSA 1. I got into this for $44,000. 1909 Caramel Joe Jackson. Check this card out. This is a PSA 1.5. Did 82,000. But SGC2 did. This card is just mega rare. I wonder how many are graded, actually, now that I have this up. Caramel, Joe Jackson, PSA. I'm not going to type in PSA, but. So there's 2 PSA 8s. Oh my God. Those are probably worth so much money. So there's not a lot of, there's only 107 of them graded by PSA and another 88 graded by SGC. So I guess there's only 196 in the world that are real, known to man. Wow, that 8 must be like, it's got to be like $1 million or something insane. Holy shit. Let me see if you guys want to see me buy some cards before I. Oh, you met me. Oh, sorry. I don't recognize your name. Okay, cool. Let's go and buy a few cards. Hold on. Let me just share my screen here. It's being annoying. All right. Let's look at some stuff. So let's look at some Bowman Chrome that's ending. Come on, hide this. What are you doing here? Let's go to advanced. Let's do like minimum price. Let's do like $200. Let's do like bid count of 1. This is just like a general Bowman Chrome search. So all this stuff has bids on it. So that tells me it's within market value. See if we can find one nice card. I'm going to stay away from the college stuff. It's obviously hyped. You know, Mendoza had that big win over Ohio State. That was big. You can see Ty Simpson. I didn't know he had a card. He has cards from 2022. That's interesting. Michael Harris, good player. Bryce Underwood. He could be. Yeah, he didn't have that great of a year, so this could be an interesting buy. Buying it, selling it before the season starts. Kevin Durant, Marcelo Meyer, Black Refractor. This is not a bad card to buy. Shotaro Mori, International Refractor. Is this numbered? Oh, this is some sort of variation. I wonder what this does. So 2025. Shotaro International Refractor. Interesting. 444, 415. I wonder if there's any PSA 10s. Let's go to gemrate.com real quick. This is going to tell me the gem rate. 2025 International Shotaro. Here we go. Refractor. There's been 4 graded. 3 9s, 1 8. So this card is probably not easy to grade. But this card looks pretty clean. Could be a dimple up there. See, this person grades cards. Yeah, this person grades cards. Look at all these other cards that are PSA 10s. So it's probably something wrong with that card. Probably not the place to go. Paul Skeens. Wow, that's a big boy. Paul Skeens Blue Refractor. This is a perfect card to buy, except it's not centered. These cards are really hard to grade from this year. You can see this left-hand side bigger than the right-hand side. Cam Schlitter. Not bad, but there's so much stuff out here to buy. There's a lot. But let me see if there are any. Yeah, I'll give that a wrap for today. Thank you for calling in. We'll drop a free PDF down below once the actual video's out. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you folks in the next one.